Alright, we are on air right now.
Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello there, fellow listener. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Podcast with me, Rendia, and as a host here, and with Andra as a guest. Also, Adil as a note taker this time.
Alright.
Uh, and today, we're delving into the fascinating topics about electric vehicle battery, to be exact, electric vehicle battery types in Indonesia. This is a topic raised by Andra Octavian. Can you tell me more, Andra? Can you tell us more about it, Andra?
Yeah, thank you so much, Randy, as a host. So, guys, currently we are transforming our vehicles from fossil fuel based to uh, renewable fuel based, and one of
Mhm.
them is we use battery instead of gasoline in our uh, four wheel or two wheels vehicle. So today I will explain about kind of batteries that we can use in Indonesia and what is the most prospecting battery.
Most prospecting battery in
Yeah.
Indonesia. Then that's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, please
Okay.
continue. All right, what we have here.
Okay. Beforehand, hey, could you see the? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could see the bibliograph here.
Okay. So, beforehand, I wanna say I got several sources for my own data from
Hmm?
Nikkei, from Institute for Essential Services Reform, from engineering.com, and from Deloitte, Indonesia.
I see.
You, do you know Deloitte?
Big four.
Uh, Big Four.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of big cap four companies such as EY. Okay.
I see. Okay. All right. Let's go from the start. Nice
Okay.
presentation
Uh,
by Andra.
okay. Uh, First of all, when you wanna build the electric vehicle cycle or ecosystem in Indonesia, the
Hmm?
first thing that you should keep in mind is battery. So yeah, this is about battery types.
What is
Okay,
this? Okay.
why we need to transform our vehicle from oil based to uh, renewable based. First, you know, uh, transport sector contributes about 23% of total emission that we produce in this country. Okay, so it's nearly a quarter of emission share from transport sector. And
Hmm.
then road transportations accounts for nearly 90% share, and the remaining 10% is or comes from aviation industry. So that's why I think uh, transforming our uh, you know common vehicle in roads is important. And second, about energy security on gasoline import dependence. Do you know
Hmm?
what that Indonesia actually uh, imports uh, you know millions million kiloliters of gasoline or oil to
Hmm.
this country
Wait, what?
because our what
Oh, I have just known it. Like, a lot. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Mm,
Indonesia actually imported a lot of gasolines or oil from foreign countries to Indonesia since our oil production is still deficit compared to our consumers, our
mm,
consumption. Sorry. So it needs to import uh, the oil or gasoline from other countries, and there is risk about it. Imagine if we have conflict with other foreign countries that uh, imports oil, and then yeah, we are cut off from it. So the oil prices will soar up because our conflict. Hence,
conflict.
yeah, that's why I say that there is a risk about oil dependence. However, do you know what? We we are surplus in terms of gas.
Wait, wait. We are
So we
surplus
are
about what?
about gas. We are surplus in gas, but we are deficit in terms of oil.
Oh, I
Oil.
see.
And then hence we exported our own gas to, let's say, Singapore. So Singapore power plant is still dependent on Indonesian gas. That's
Mm,
why
I,
it's gonna be our power to negotiate with Singapore's in terms of economy. For example,
mm,
for our uh, FIR area. Do you know FIR or FIR area?
What?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
kind of
think so.
huh?
I don't think so. I know.
Oh, it's kind of our freedom of flight area in
Oh,
I
Natuna
see.
Island
Mm,
and Riau Archipelago. Since our independence, the Natuna and Riau Archipelago's air is owned by Singapore. Okay, so Singapore has had control over Indonesian air freedom, and then yeah, we can negotiate because of that of our gas export to Singapore. Okay,
mm.
uh, to battle uh, gasoline import dependence, we need to accommodate another uh, energy sources in order to make the risk lesser. One of them
Now,
is to
hold on a second. Like, so Indonesia isn't known for crude oil production, no? I thought it
Indonesia.
was like I thought like we struggle in refinery rather than in uh crude oil production. But I guess
raw oil.
yeah. Once I mean what I remember that you say that we tend to be more ups upscale work. I mean, kind of forgot that we focus on the
Upstream.
raw, yeah, upstream, yeah, the raw material, but struggle with the refinery. But
Yeah,
I don't. Mhm.
it's true.
But is
It's
it
true.
also? But it is also true that we also import oil from abroad. I guess is that
Hmm.
right?
That's an interesting question. As far
Hmm.
as I know, actually, yeah, we still lack in terms of productions and refinery. Of course, our refinery
In.
can be supplied from local productions. However,
Mhm.
the production capacity still, doesn't
Not
cover up our consumption.
not
And then,
enough. Mm,
yeah, and let alone the refinery products. Okay, since
I see.
Singapore with Shell refinery in uh you know in Bukom Island or what, I forgot about it. But the importantly, Singapore is having the largest refinery in Southeast Asia,
Hmm.
and the second is Balikpapan in Indonesia. And now our regime is still upgrading the refinery unit in Balikpapan, so it can add up about 100 metric additions for Balikpapan's refinery. Yeah, so actually it's still deficit in terms of oil production and refinery. Right?
Both of
That's
them
why
are
we need to improve our production and refinery at the same time.
at the same time. Right? Oh, got it.
But as far as I know, our refinery could be supplied from the local,
Hmm.
not not have to be imported. However, this is different with Singapore's case, which is Singapore's refinery mostly, and even all of them are imported since Singapore has no drilling or production from the crude oil. Mostly they are from Brunei or Middle East for Singapore's
Ah, I
refinery.
see.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, we jump to the third reason. Battery producer for Indonesia is a battery producer potential for nickel base. Okay,
Mhm.
since Indonesia has the largest nickel reefers in the world, in the world, uh, we have capability to be a big producer for battery products. Okay,
Mhm.
hence I mean, our regime has banned nickels or exports for foreign countries. Imagine that you sell the raw products with little money, and then uh, the exported raw materials are processed in foreign countries to be an advanced technological products, and then send back to your country that you need to pay 10 times more expensive, and it's kind of a loss.
Hilirisation.
Yeah, it's kind of hilirization. You're smart. Yeah, hilirization. I think yeah is the first step. I think that we need to come up, since it can transform our SDA or natural resource to be more added value products. Okay, and that's why Japan is transformed to be an advance in technological stuff, because even though Japan has no natural resource, but they can process, the raw materials to be, uh, you know, advanced products such as computer, uh, auto, and etc.
Hmm.
Okay, we can jump to the next slide.
All right.
Okay, okay, you see the emission share in terms of emissions, and
GHG.
on
What is GHG?
what?
GHG. Greenhouse gas emission.
Nah, you are smart again, man.
Damn.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's kind of a gas that may produce house what house gas, right?
Hmm.
Uh,
Energy industry, manufacturing, transport, energy
yeah,
industry.
mostly they are from energy industry such as coal power plant
Hmm.
that
Power plant.
use so many carbon at the same time. And then yeah, there is transport. Transport is the second largest carbon producer, carbon emitter in
Oh, see.
Indonesia. So nearly 90% of the transport carbon emitter comes from road transport, such as buses, cars, and then motorbikers. So that's why we need to
Hmm.
address more on road transport in order to make it our country carbon free by 2050. However,
Good.
of course, the industries should be transformed to be
Hmm.
more and more renewable energy, such as nuclear or wind and solar,
See.
as well
Hmm.
as uh, the water
Hmm.
water based, yeah, such as our PLTA in Jatiluhur. Yeah, it's kind of a water-based power plant, which is
Mm.
carbon-free power plant. Yeah, this
Mm.
is in order to battle 1.5 degrees Celsius temperature
Increase.
increase.
I
Yeah,
see.
and
Global
then
climate. Mm.
yeah, I mean there is a roadmap. Okay, in order to make our transport transformations to be well developed, such as the geometry of the transport transformations, energy transitions in transport, mobility transition, and then I think I think the mobility transition is like you need to transform your your you know most carbon emitter transportation to be free carbon emitter transportation, such as uh, limiting mobility by building so many, what is that, pedestrian pavement.
Oh, pede.
Passenger
Okay,
payment and
and
use
then
public transport and stuff like that.
yeah, use public transport is this, but
Oh, is
making
that
it
one?
mobility transition is that you build a city, but
Mm-hmm.
need to be concerned about the mobility chance. For example, like instead of building uh, common residential area, which can the roads would be longer, you
Mm-hmm.
can build flat building,
Apartment.
which you can apartment, yes,
Yeah.
that
That-
the mobility uh, chance is too small. Okay, since you can
Ah,
uh, access your neighborhoods more easier, and then you can access all the area or institutions in one stop living.
so creating a more, so avoiding suburban architecture. That's what you meant.
Yeah, you
Is
are right, man.
it's more like a tight,
Suburban.
yeah, a tight place where people can go anywhere, not too
By
far
walk.
away by
Yeah,
walking if possible.
by
Yeah.
walk.
Mm.
Yeah, you are right. Such as Taman Anggrek, you see that people
Yeah, yeah.
from upper apartment can go down and then shopping under the apartments easily instead of going anywhere by cars or other transportations. And then about water, India just said
Mm.
having public transportations, this large scale transformation will ensure that transport is carbon neutral by 2050. So I think, uh, oh, okay, transport transformation is the combination between mobility transition and energy transition in transport. So energy transition in transport is the transition is to clean energy in the transport sector will cover remaining demand with carbon neutral energy. Okay, so uh,
Mm.
aside from mobility transition, we need to upgrade our transport to be carbon neutral, such as avoiding gasoline vehicle, and then use green energy vehicle such as EV, and then hydrogen buses, etc. And then from two things this you
Mm.
can receive transport transformation. So mobility transition plus energy transition will equivalent with transport transformation. That's what I can deliver.
Wait, hold on. So let me summarize the mobility transition. So it is
Yeah,
like
you.
the architecture of the place is
Mhm.
the tata
Tata ruang,
yeah,
tata wilayah.
the what is tata wilayah, yeah, that kind of stuff is kind of,
The urban architecture.
yeah, the urban architecture is designed for
Mhm.
mobility trans, like very very efficient and effective mobility, right? Just like that Taman Anggrek example.
Yeah. And then, have you ever known about the line project in Saudi Arabia.
The line project.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
So Saudi Arabia is now
It's
constructing a line city. Yeah, India.
Wait, what? Line
mm,
city?
yeah, a city that in the form of a line rather than a normal circular city, which they say that by using public transportation and it's the shape of the line, they
Wait, wait.
could
Can you please
uh,
just take give the picture of it, Andra?
Andra, can you do it like searching for that, like
Or
the line?
Randia, can you please share it?
No, you have shared this. You have
Oh,
this
okay.
share
No,
screen.
no. Maybe he is impressed. Yeah, kind of curious. How does it look like?
Oh, is it to what? Sorry.
How does it look like that line city, line up city whatsoever?
It's a concept, not still a concept rather than a real city. To be fair.
Yeah, yeah. I am still interested with it.
Okay,
Oh, I see.
can you see the line here?
Line project. Oh, so that one. Oh, like literally straight line, almost like
Yes,
straight line.
city that is straight line. To be fair, this has some kind of criticism from other architecture developer because once one point in the line have some kind of problem, like it becomes disconnected within the rest of the city, basically.
Oh, I see.
But
Oh,
Yeah,
the idea was since it's a line, it's become easy to go anywhere all at once.
oh, I see.
yeah, and then it will reduce the mobility transport
Hmm.
Oh, I
by
see.
just walking. You can reach uh all the cities areas.
Wait, why does it say Project Kiamat, man? Doomsday Project.
Yeah, maybe because it will absorbs enormous resources in terms of natural resources and human resources.
Oh, I
Okay,
see.
it will require a lot of concrete, a lot of uh, building materials from anywhere in the world.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, I think at least the prince is already taking actions in order to build, future projects.
Is it in
Yeah, whether it's gonna
progress?
be completed or not, yeah, yeah, we will wait for it.
I mean, is it
Hmm.
in progress right now, or still literally just hype? Still,
It's still
Oh,
in project.
oh, in
It's
progress.
still in progress.
Oh
Yeah,
my
hope
god.
that it will be completed by 2030.
Oh,
I
all
think
right.
because there are several phases, the first phase, the second phase, and maybe by 2030, the first phase will be completed uh 100%.
I see. Yeah.
All right, so because but when you wanna improve or transform our vehicle to be EV, of course there is hamper. Why EV, or what are the uh makes EV is hampered? You see that the barriers in adopting EV,
What
mostly
is
because
SPKLU?
it's kind of power stations that you should charge your own vehicle.
Oh, I
Okay,
see.
Oh,
station for bensin, but it's for EV
Charging station. Charging
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 station.
station.
station. You are right. Mostly we can find it in parking lot area, but
Oh, mm-hmm.
barely do I see the charging station in Cikarang. Of course, that makes our mindset that it's kind of a difficulty to have this kind of EV. Maybe it just accounts for around 1% of parking lot that has charging stations.
Wait, in this case, EV means car, right? I mean that motorcycle that Randy has
Yeah, it
mentioned
can
before.
be four wheel or two wheel vehicle for EV. but
No, I
it's
mean,
driven by
mm,
electricity.
yeah, it must. I mean, electric bike also. It's the part of EV, I think. I guess.
I see. But this difficulty in finding the charging station, I mean, like,
Yeah, imagine that when you have bike, okay, mostly people just use in neighborhood only.
oh yeah, in his city or in her
But
city.
imagine if you should use this bike for work, for travel, it's gonna be so hard to use it since the probability that your bikes would be abandoned in the middle of the road is huge
Yeah.
since the scarcity of the charging stations.
I mean, like,
Not to
logistic.
mention about the yeah, not to mention about the our four-wheel vehicle. Yeah, the logistic.
Yeah, yeah.
But the second factor is price. Imagine that the middle class electric vehicle would be sold or in sale around 100 until 700 million rupiahs,
Mm,
and it just accounts or affordable for about 0.1% consumers in Indonesia. So
Zero
yeah,
point
this
one.
is for the EV cars.
Wait, you mean
So I
this
think
statistic is solely for Indonesia? This,
yes, it is for
I
Indonesia.
see.
I already researched,
can
and
you explain more? Like, this is the barrier in adopting EV? This chart is, and it say that this is a percentage, like 71.2%. What is percent? This percentage mean?
Good question, Ren. Good
Mm,
question.
like what percentage? What is this like? And yeah, what does it mean? Like, what is this? Like, what metrics are we talking about here,
What's
Andra?
the, yeah?
what metrics?
Yeah, what metrics this is? Like, is it talking about like people perception, or is it other things, like we don't know
Like
that we
survey or
yeah, yeah, like a survey.
Well, I think uh, the percentage here, you know,
Hmm?
comes from what is that? The IESR. Okay, so
Oh, that's a source.
yeah, I think the percentage here actually based on the many factors combined together
Many
from
what?
factory?
yeah, means from people perception. I think
Oh,
you are right.
People perception. Mm.
people perception.
I
Yeah,
see.
let's say that people are interviewed about why you don't buy EV, and yeah, maybe many people say that it's because difficulty in finding SPKLU, and the price
Mm,
is still so huge to buy it, and yeah, we can't afford to buy it soon, and many more. But I
interesting.
think that uh, since the article that I see that is sourced from IESR.
Mm,
Still, I think uh, we still do not know how we have to get this data, but IESR is a credible data center, so I think I should afford it.
I see. Yeah, I mean it's fine, but sometimes. So, for example, in the left, you say that EV adoption status and target, which basically meant the I think what it meant is the how much car vehicle sold, maybe, or annually. Like it said at how many units there, right, in the chart on the left. It's easy to understand the chart, but in the right one, which have this kind of barrier in uploading EV with percentage, I kind of want to know what does it mean
I mean, like
when we have a high
I'm
percentage.
like I'm seeing it only in terms of comparison. Like I mean, like oh, people are more concerned about difficulty in finding the charging station. I
Yeah,
think,
I just
but we don't know what is
what does it?
the sample, the population, and so on, right?
eh, Yeah, that too. But what I mean is like, what is the interpreting
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's true.
interpretation of this chart, and what does it mean? For example, I could easily say that this difficult 71% of people that we surveyed say that it's difficult uh, to find a
Charging
charging
station.
station. That's one of the barrier in the EV. That's one of them. Yeah. That's one of the interpretation that I could take right now, based
Oh yeah,
on what
you're
Andrea
right.
said.
Yeah,
Andrea said.
it's yes. Sorry. I can
Mm.
clearly say that it's based on consumer perception
Consumer
Oh,
perception. That's
consumer
and
perception.
lack of understanding about EVs.
I
I
see.
see.
Lack of understanding. All right.
I mean, I think if normal Jakarta
Because
people.
uh yeah the article, not article, the book says that it's based on consumer perception and lack of understanding.
Mm.
Lack
Okay.
of understanding.
Yeah, maybe the people still have no idea, Adil, about the location of SPKLU or charging station in their local area. So
Oh,
that's
that's
why,
why.
yeah, the people are still lazy to buy it,
I mean,
even
yeah,
though they have money.
yeah, they are kind of skepticism about this EV.
Yeah, maybe people are rich, but because of their lack of understanding, they will not buy it.
I see.
Mm.
But as you can see, if we adoption status and targets, uh,
Mm.
there is an exponential graph over it. You know, the graph is about 264% for bike vehicle and
Oh,
479% for cars. So
oh, I
Mm.
there
see.
are exponentially graph for EV. Okay,
Mm.
now
Very
because
nice.
electric vehicle in four wheel is pricey and affordable just to 0.1% consumers only that I already said just now.
Mm.
Then you know, I mean, the bike EV or motorcycle EV is better to sell in
Motor.
Indonesia cash
Mm.
Oh, I see.
motor. Yeah,
So,
as you can
motorcycle
see,
battery if you want to make one.
yeah, you are smart, and you see that there are several, cost percentage over what makes our motorcycle EV costly, or I think, yeah, what makes up our motorcycle's price, and
This is
mostly
for producing a motorcycle, electric motorcycle, or is it
electric.
when people buy motorcycle?
Yeah, as you can see,
Mm.
uh, two two W means two wheels.
Two wheel, yeah.
Two wheels. So it's motorcycle EV.
Yeah, yeah.
And
What
yeah,
I'm
you
what I'm
wanna
asking
know?
is this is the production cost.
You are right. This is the
Uh,
production. This is the
so
production cost. Yeah. What makes makes up the motorcycle's cost?
I see.
Okay.
Mm.
And in EV, we can see that battery makes up the majority of production costs, followed
Yes.
by conversion kit.
Okay.
Okay. And then the process itself, like
Process and mhm.
assembling, assembly,
Mm.
and
But
uniquely, service is so small, man. Shipping and certification just makes up around 2.7%, 2.7% and 8%. So when we can improve the battery, we can make the EV more affordable at least for two wheels vehicle.
Wheels. Okay, got it. Service all parts, certification, shipping. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this data, why I can get this percentage? Well, simply it is based on the uh, cost over total cost. So yeah, you just make it to percentage based on the uh, each cost compared to total cost.
Okay, okay, got it.
Wait, hold up.
Mm.
So the most expensive component is the battery.
Yeah,
That's
most
interesting.
yeah, the most expensive uh part of the EV is battery.
At least for
Then
the two wheels.
two
Mm.
wheels, and this is the Indonesia's midstream industry for becoming nickel-based EV batteries producer. As you can see that the the vivid green, the vivid green is
Yeah,
uh
upstream.
is yeah is you know industrial sectors that already exist commercially, and then the light green indicates that this already exists but in small scale, and
Mm.
then the non-color uh, industrial sector, non
The gray
color
color.
what?
The gray color
Yeah, the gray color indicates that the industrial sector still
doesn't
do not.
exist in Indonesia. Oh.
So when you wanna be end-to-end industrial sector leader, you should make it from upstream to
Mm.
downstream in all industrial sectors. Okay, let's say in nickel
Mining.
we mining, we already build up laterite, saprolite ore,
Mm-hmm.
laterite, and limonite ore. Okay, as you can
Mm.
see from Sulawesi and Obi Island, there are several uh,
Report.
Chinese based nickel miners, and then still upstream sector. At least we should make it to be, uh, you know, the second hand and second level of upstream sector, such as we should make it to be chemical compounds as mate, Feni, MHP. Okay, from
Mm-hmm.
mate, Feni, and MHP, it should be transformed to be nickel sulfate, cobalt sulfate, mangan sulfate, lithium carbonate. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and
To
then
become
yeah, to make it cathode or NFG. So NMC is nickel,
mangan
manganese, manganese,
cobalt.
cobalt.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, you are right. And then what we still do not have is that this graphite plus battery foil and polyferrine glass fiber and then carbonate solvent mix lithium
Mm.
salts industries are still non-existent until now
So we import it from outside
from
sources.
outside. And this data is searched from 2022.
So
Yeah,
2 years
maybe
ago.
2024, 2 years ago. Maybe right now there's progress, but still I don't know about it. And after that, we can make it to be cell
A
and
cell and a
trade in
battery.
just production. Yeah, as it is midstream sector,
Mm.
housing, wiring, and then in downstream or as as the products can be delivered to customers, such as EV battery integration. We already have the industry second life battery, black mass. Yeah, second
It's
life
like
and black mass are already existent, but it is in small scale. So yeah, there are the kind of glance of our nickel industries. So nickel industry should have this ecosystem in order our battery price is competitive.
Say that you want to sell EV, right? Like you are creating a company that want to make a EV products, right? Let's say you are a Tesla. What do you think? Like, do they like, uh, I mean, do they like produce the battery themselves, or they are sourced from another battery company?
Yeah, excellent question. I mean, it depends on of the price. I think
Price.
when the local price of Indonesia is still huge,
Mm,
the Tesla itself can import the LFP mostly from China.
mm.
Uh, I heard that Tesla is now already investing a lot of sources lobbying the Chinese Communist Party to have competitive Tesla's plants in Shanghai, China. Since
Um.
the production of lithium ecosystems in China is already good. 90% of Australia's lithium ore are exported to China, as well as China's human resource or SDM is already good to make lithium. Yeah, Tesla mostly wants to have LFP from China and in
I see.
Indonesia, but
Mm.
I will explain it later about LFP.
Okay, good. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
right now you should know about types of battery in Indonesia. First, as I already said, nickel manganese cobalt or NFC, and then there is nickel cobalt aluminum NCA, and then lithium iron phosphate or LFP. Okay, you guys must know about LFP from our presidential candidates debate.
Uh.
What is the uh, definition of
You.
LFP? And Mr. Muhaimin actually know exactly what it is.
Yeah,
So
got it.
LFP stand for lithium iron phosphate, man. Yeah,
Wait,
Mm.
and
the politic is still
what?
going on.
Yeah, I mean, I made politic as our listen. So like LFP and what is that about the abbreviation that Gibran made? It's ridiculous,
Main
man.
carbon capture.
Capture actually carbon
Uh, SGID, SGID.
SGIE,
Oh,
SGIE.
SGIE.
Damn, like
Yeah, yeah.
SGIE
I
man.
mean, he's
Islamic
kind of yeah, he's kind of
SGIE.
Indonesian, sorry, Islamic economy. Damn,
yeah
like yeah.
halal products.
Oh,
Uh,
products.
okay, now I will explain about this. So nickel cobalt aluminum and nickel manganese cobalt or NCA and MC are nickel based products for battery. So we have the resource in Indonesia, and then LFP cobalt. Okay,
Mhm.
uh, well I think it's not cobalt, man. It's from lithium. Sorry, it's sisters from lithium base. Okay, so I think right now lithium is still rare in Indonesia, and we need to import it. So I think this is our drawbacks when we wanna build lithium ecosystem. But now you need to know about the spec of each batteries. NCA has a heat resistance of 150 degrees Celsius, and then the production cost will be up to 350 uh, US dollar per kilowatt hours.
That's oh okay. 30,
Okay,
50
yeah, and
kilowatt
then
per hour.
next we will compare it. Okay,
Oh,
this is wrong again. I mean, it is not NCA, but it is
NCM, okay. NMC, sorry. Yeah.
it is
So
NFC.
it's a bit pricier, but heat resistant is better, I guess.
Yeah, resistance is better
Mm-hmm.
in NMC up to 210 degrees Celsius, and the price is already uh, increased about 420 US dollars per uh, kWh.
Understandable. What about
And
the last one?
LFP the
Is even more
is the
pricier.
most resistance battery, and then but the price is the most expensive one.
Mm,
In a nutshell, as you can see from the graphic, okay, the you know the capacity or the performance of each batteries. NCA, which
mm,
which is indicated by red line. Okay,
mhm,
when you already stored 100% NCA battery electricity, you know, the equivalent full cycle or EFC just up to below 1000, and NFC indicated by black lines. It is in the middle. When you start the charge up to 100%, it goes up to 2000 equivalent full cycle or EFG, and LFP is the best. You know, when you charge it around 100%, the LFP's equivalent full cycle can up to 4000.
mm,
So as you can see, from authors Julia Prager et al. Showed that LFPs deliver nearly 5 times as many charge cycles as NFCs and provide a higher round-trip efficiency. LFPs also suffer less degradation than NMCs at higher temperatures and at faster charging and discharging rates. That means LFPs are better suited to handle high performance driving and quick charging. Okay, now
Wait, hold
we
up.
can
So,
compare.
like, our nickel is kind of like not as good as lithium, and
Yeah, yeah, someone can say that
I see. So our nickel isn't the best material for battery.
for battery industry, yeah.
Oh, I see.
But remember, it's still in research phase. It's still in research phase. One can make batteries much better in the next years as it's still in research phase. So hopefully the researchers can find the best formula to make nickel more competitive against
mm.
lithium.
I
But
see. The ion battery, right? Yeah.
yeah, and for example, like if I'm not mistaken, our laptop and phone
Yeah, they use
batteries
lithium, lay
from
ion.
mm, Li-ion. Yeah, you are right. So lithium is already proven, and then nickel, as you can see, nickel in Indonesia. Uh, Here, Indonesia is the largest nickel reserve and producer in the world. Also, Indonesia has banned nickel or export, and then LG and LG from Korea, CATL from China have invested in Karawang battery project.
Mhm.
China smelter have produced nickel pig iron, NPI, and ferronickel. So at least from the upstream is there nine from the upstream here
Mm.
we already build up the ecosystem, and mostly from China's companies backed.
All right,
Oh, I see. So the
Chinese big
investor is China.
Yeah,
China.
but someone said only China companies that want to invest in Indonesia in terms of batteries development.
Oh, I
So
see.
that's why we need to build good relation with China.
Oh, I
Lithium,
see.
Indonesia produces cobalt, manganese, and copper as critical battery components, but it lacks lithium. Unfortunately, lithium is still a scarce component in Indonesia, so the the regime secured contract with Australia for the shipment of 60,000 tons of lithium ore. However, Australia 90% uh, Australia lithium ore is sent to China. So I think that's
Seriously,
what makes
90%?
90%, yeah.
Oh,
90%
that's a
of
lot.
Australian's lithium ore is sent to China. So China is the leader of lithium batteries
Battery.
development. Yeah, that's why Elon Musk loves China.
Oh, I see.
Construction ongoing for lithium hydroxide plant. Okay.
Oh, I
Even
see.
though Indonesia still lacks lithium, but there is construction about lithium hydroxide in Indonesia. And actually the lithium hydroxide is for anode material facility and a copper foil factory
Record.
based in China's companies too. Now, as you can see, this is the historical for VW battery demand. Okay,
Mm.
and yeah, you need to understand it. So in
Yeah.
cars, battery demand, uh, you know, the the proportion of the battery is the demand for cars domestic battery production is
Megawatt per hour.
yeah, between LFP and NCM.
This is Indonesia.
Yeah, this is in Indonesia because the source
Big
is from
calculation.
Gaikindo.
Mm-hmm.
Gaikindo is the largest automakers convention center in located in BSD,
Right. Okay.
domestic production.
So NCM is wait. So this
Nickel,
is
nickel,
in
cobalt,
total. So in total, there are about 288, right?
yeah, in total, yeah, it's about like that
Megawatt per hour. Okay, got it.
megawatt per hours.
So and then this is only for 2020. Mm,
Yeah, this data is from 2022
2020. Sorry, 2022. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. That's right. That's true.
and
And the
and I
demand for the E2.
and for bikes, I think
Mm,
mostly the demands of battery comes from LFP.
mm. Seems like
Uh,
LFP is the dominant, like the dominant battery demand
Yeah, I
rather
mean,
than NCM.
do we still have a future for NCM and NCA
Yeah.
and
Mm,
NMC? I mean, the trend is LFE.
yeah, the trend is LFP right now. And I don't see any NCA anymore here.
Yeah, that's right.
Only
How
NCM.
about this? How about that?
but I can say that even though LFP batteries are favored for their safety and longevity, but
Hmm?
NMC
Um,
batteries are employed for high power motors, meaning more than 2 kilowatts to make vehicles lighter. So in terms of weight, NFC is lighter.
oh, NFC is lighter.
And NFC batteries are primarily used for SUVs cars,
What is SUV
while
Mm,
exactly?
electric batteries are preferred for hatchback cars.
SUV ultraviolet.
SUV,
No,
sorry, it's a big car.
SUV,
It's a big
yeah,
car, like Fortuner after like Fortuner or
Fortuner, and then
Oh, big cars. I see.
Pajero.
Yeah, yeah,
Pajero.
Aduh.
yeah.
But uh,
But
in
okay.
but in
Mm,
cars, and as you can see in cars,
mm.
the fraction between LFP and ACMs are 50-50, right? Almost 50-50.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's almost 50, about 90, 90, 80, 90, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess
Yeah, yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, 45 to 55. That's about it. Yeah.
Okay, in conclusion, I could say that
Mm?
uh, Indonesia is a significant producer for nickel, promotes for of promotes the development of high nickel NFC batteries, which have compositions of 80% nickel, 10% mangan, and 10% cobalt. At the same time, lithium
Mm,
ferrous phosphate or LFP batteries are favored for their safety and longevity, despite having lower energy density. Having lower energy
okay.
density. So I think NFC said that has a higher energy density compared to LFP. And then car market, NFC batteries are primarily used for SUVs, while LFP batteries are preferred for hatchbacks. Because of what? Because of its weight. LFP is weightier than NFC. And for bike markets, NFC batteries are employed for high power motors to make vehicle lighters.
I
Okay,
see. It is interesting.
and I think it's enough for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can you back to the end to end? Like that is the most interesting part of uh this whole uh this whole talk, I guess. Of course, the NFC and then NCM and the LFP is pretty interesting too. But back again to the end to end part, like the end to end producer of nickel based AV. I know this is for nickel base, but I think the same could be said to the LFP. I mean, maybe this is almost the same, at least for the high level settings, right, Andra? From upstream to midstream to downstream,
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
LFP does. So from this chart that you made, this is from, I guess this is 2022, right? Also, or 2023, maybe.
Let me verify. Uh, I think the Indonesian government.
Truthfully, there are many types of company, of course, which basically, which this might be, which contain the small part of this process, or maybe or maybe they are a company which have end-to-end process here. But I think if you are, let's say, have any, if you want to uh, this like this the not exist part of the process is opportunity for, let's say, business owner to create one, right? For
Yeah,
example, if you want to join into EV industry, and you see this, and you might want to invest in creating a company that creates anode separator and electrolytes. And of course, but of course, you need to account of the where do we get the graphite, where do we get the lithium salt, and so on. Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah.
what do you think, Andra? Do you think that since Andra kind of like have this interest in EV, you
Mm.
think such? Do you think if you want to build a EV company, do you think
Mm.
this process will be uh I mean, do you
Well,
want to build a small scale one, or do you want to like to be a big
yeah, of
end-to-end
course.
process?
I think as a startup or a small company, yeah, we need to build it from the small scale in order to test it whether the business is significant for the all ecosystems or not. Okay. For example, like you
Mhm.
already said, for separator, which is still non-existent in Indonesia. So is it possible to make separator in order to fulfill the midstream sector market for nickel industries? So we need to make it to be small scale first. If uh if it is actually fulfilled well, then we can upgrade our industry, our plants to be more and more large scale.
Hmm.
Yeah, it can be used for our investment, our roadmap to make our EV plan. Like maybe we cannot build the midstream or upstream, but we can make the reuse or recycling industries for it. Yeah, maybe it happens too for LFP, but from what I researched, I just got the nickel ecosystem industry here from end to end.
Mm, interesting, interesting. Well, I mean,
But
yeah.
at least,
Mhm.
yeah, actually for the government side, the most important thing is upstream sector first, and
For
then
the
it
Yeah,
should
government,
be downstream.
for
Yeah.
the private sector,
yeah. The midstream industry is for private sector, I guess. Yeah, that's fair.
uh,
for conglomerate upstream sector.
Illumination.
Conglomerate. And then this is, uh, yeah, maybe we can build the conversion kit or yeah, just what we can do for EV industries. But the
Andra,
barrier should
if you
what?
know Gesits electric vehicle, Indonesian electric vehicle, right? Gesits
Yeah, I mean, so this is kind of a local EV.
local EV. Like, what do you think the when they create such vehicle? Like, do they import the battery from other company or do they make themselves? Well, I mean,
Yeah,
precisely they don't make it themselves because at least not all the process because uh the nickel part they need to source
yeah.
from other places. But yeah.
From what I read for Gesit,
Mhm,
okay, uh, the battery type is lithium ion, 72 volt, 20 ampere.
mhm. So they outsource their battery first of all, right? Must be.
Uh, yeah, they can outsource the battery until 3 years,
Mhm.
and then uh, the charging time is about 3 hours. So that's
Mm,
why I think the people will charge our the people will charge the bike EV when it comes to knife.
Wait, Andra, can we make like two different batteries, like the one in charge and the other is, use. So when the battery in that the vehicle use is run out of electric, we can just switch it instead. We can just switch the battery instead of charging it over.
Yeah, you're very smart. It can put the cycle or the program can be applied like that. So it makes uh the the
It's more
charging time to be
portable.
zero.
Yeah, it becomes more
Yeah,
so
to be
portable,
portable.
right? Like
I think,
gas, like what
mm,
like gallon, like gallon. Uh,
but
Yeah,
a battery is pretty heavy. You can't. I mean, I don't know about electric. I mean, for car, yeah, it is very heavy. But so far that I know, like one of uh the battery the charging from the charging station they instead of they changing the battery and charging the battery they just switch the battery like immediately like switch the battery from the motorcycle the empty one to another battery that they have already been charged and so they put it in the motorcycle. At least that's what I
yeah,
heard from the electric station vehicle station. So instead of
yeah,
charging them, they just switch the battery itself.
yeah. I've heard
Mm,
from one of the EV companies such as Finfast. So
mm,
Finfast is the Vietnamese car automaker, and
mm,
its product is EV cars. Yeah, it
mm.
offers the switch battery in order to make the
The charging
charging
faster.
time to be zero.
Mm.
Yeah,
But
it's a good
uh,
idea.
what Adil said about bringing your own battery, like stick it a portable battery on the vehicle, I think it's nice idea, but isn't it became too heavy
yeah, I guess
for a car,
that's
a
a
motorcycle
concern,
to
right?
bring? The concern was, is it
Yeah.
heavy? Is it not heavy enough? The heaviest part of the bikes or car in this EV is the battery. Definitely the battery.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you are right.
Is it that is so heavy that even Tesla use its heaviness to build increasing car safety ratio because it is so heavy that it won't get turnover basically.
Oh, oh my god. Seriously? Like so heavy, like, you know?
Yes. So they put the car battery in beneath the car, like in the chassis itself, right below the chassis itself, right? So when they got, let's say, got a crash and it's going to turn over, it will be so hard to do it because since the battery is the battery like counterweights when when the car is turned around basically.
From what I researched, the
Mhm.
battery's weight, the battery's weight, is about 1 ton,
Wait,
one
one
ton,
ton? Oh my
In
god.
car, right?
That's so
1,000 kilogram.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. So that's why I think, yeah, I mean, so there is a difficulty to exchange or switch the battery, car's battery.
Yeah, that's the. I mean, I don't know. Like, okay, in one of the wheel is weighed at about 50 kilo, I guess. That's why it is pretty heavy, I guess. If you want to
Sorry,
make it from them.
oh, sorry, for the battery weight is actually 300 kilograms. However, for the platform is 1 ton, man.
a platform.
Oh, that's for the car, right?
Yeah, for
Not the
the
motorcycle.
yeah, not motorcycle.
Mm.
But okay, so for the small car, the battery can weight until 177 kilograms. But for the large car, it can weight until 400 or 300 kilograms. So yeah, I mean, it's vary for the battery weight depending on the car types.
Hmm. But I don't really know exactly the weight is, but yeah.
Oh, maybe changing batteries, changing car batteries is practicable when the lifespan is already chosen for the battery. For example, is a yeah, Randy must know about it. The battery has the life cycle about 3 years, right, or several years. If it meets the lifespan, yeah.
Typically. So in conclusion, there are Indra basically tell us about how EV batteries in Indonesia works. How is it right now? Like he explained the process, the end-to-end process of nickel producing. So first of all, Indonesian is very high reserve in nickel, one of the biggest producer in the world, and thus Andra wants not Andra like it wants like to use that this opportunity to make Indonesian good with EV in nickel basically. Sorry, this is going to be a very weird conclusion, but yeah, Andra explained about the end-to-end process and also what type of EV battery that exists in Indonesia literally. And what is the good point or the bad point of each battery types, and how does it work? How this integrate with Indonesian economy right now? Uh, and yeah, that's all of it. Oh, maybe I should note that at the first a bit, Andra explained why it's necessary to transform from a normal car or a vehicle to electric vehicle, which one of them is being the to fight global climate change. Yeah, I think that's all of it, I guess. Do you want to add more, Andra or Adil?
I
If
guess
I missed something.
that's all. I guess.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, so I think that's it for our for today's episode of Sunday podcast. Thank you, Andra, for explaining much of this EV, the topic that is certainly interesting to us. Uh, and thank you, Adil, for joining in. And we see you guys later next week. Not later, like next week, literally. So yeah, thank you, and we and goodbye.
Uh,
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you later.